Hey, it's George. I got called out and I'm pissed. Hey everybody, it's George, Kansas. I wanted to take a moment to call attention to a fundraising concept that has been going around called Calling Out. And my best friend in the world, Rick Wolslayer, called me out yesterday with a video to raise money for ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, which is, just a horrible disease that has claimed some pretty amazing people, and we want to certainly do everything we can do to stop this disease and treat this disease and reduce the suffering of the people who are stricken with this disease. And in the conversation, I remember Rick created this video where he dumped some ice on himself, and he called me out to say, okay, you make a video and share this and help raise awareness and give money. And I remember which is a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful thing for people to put themselves out there and potentially embarrass themselves and all this stuff to raise money for an important cause. And I remember being so angry with Rick for creating this video and calling me out in front of the world. And I was like, why would he do that? I've got all these friends are going to see me and are going to be waiting for this response of mine. And I was really pissed at Rick. And I called him and I said, first of all, I thought about it and I thought, why am I so triggered by this? And I thought, wow, there's gold in here. Rick has been an angel in my life, for lots and lots of reasons. He's called my attention to things to learning moments in my life since, for 20 years. And I love him for it. And so I knew that there was gold in why I was being so reactive and so triggered by this. And I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought, the rebel in me is just so angry at being called out to give out of peer pressure instead of out of love. And I thought, if he had just asked me for this $100, I would have given it to him. And I thought, what are you arguing for, man? I found myself arguing out of that rebel place in me for nothing. I would have given this $100 out of just because I love Rick, and if he had said, I need this $100 for ALS research, I would have said, hell yeah. But I was fighting for a limitation that I didn't even want. And so I want to share with you, how many times do we do this in our lives? How many times do you do this in your life? Argue for a limitation you don't even want. Have the rebel drive the bus when you want to be in control. How many times in your life have you allowed the rebel in your life to be in control and argue for a limitation that does you absolutely no good? So at the end of the day, it has absolutely nothing to do with raising money. It has absolutely nothing to do with being embarrassed or called out in public. It has everything to do with what drives you. What's your why? So my call out to you, and no one in particular, just everyone in my world, is, where is the rebel in you driving the bus? Where in your life is the rebel in you taking control and finding you arguing for limitations you don't even want anymore? So if you want to give $100 to ALS research, I'm going to make that easy with a link here, and I'm going to ask you to do that because it's the right thing to do, because you know somebody with ALS, or you know somebody who has lost somebody to it. And this goes for cancer research and survivor issues. You know what? Give $100 because it's the right thing to do to any charity you want. Just don't do it because the rebel in you is afraid of embarrassment. And don't do it because you're guilted into it. Do it because it's what's important to you. And if you don't know what's important to you, take some time to look and figure that out. That's what the Omega Mindset is all about for men. That's what the work that Tracy and I do is all about for people, is to really know what you want, what's important to you, so that you can stand for it. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll lie down for anything. And we don't want that to happen. We want really what's right to emerge, love to emerge, good to emerge, because that's what's going to change the world. So I'm calling you out. This is me, calling the rebel, the lover, the fighter, the warrior, the poet, the artist in you, calling him out, calling her out. So give, don't give, just be aware, be mindful. Pay attention to what's going on, because you can make a difference. I'm out.